Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to do a little look at my current collection. So we'll start with the first one. This is a Hamilton khaki mechanical. It's a hand-wound watch. Got this from my fiance. Was looking into Hamilton. I heard the khaki line was a pretty good line to go with. Very happy with this watch. I take this on vacation a lot. Love the manual wind movement here. Really nice to still kind of wind your watch in the morning and use it on trips. What's really cool about this watch is the strap. It's a canvas strap on the outside. The inside actually is leather, and the buckle and the loop there is pretty cool with the metal that it has. So just something totally different. Metal holes there for your pin. Just a very sharp piece. This does have, never actually noticed that. This has lug holes, so easy to change your strap as well. 20mm strap. Just an excellent watch, guys. For the value, probably one of the best bang for bucks watches in my opinion. But yeah, very important watch to me. My fiance got it for me, so I love this watch. Moving on, I think it's only right to start with the one right here, this ESQ. This is a chronograph. This was my first watch that kind of got me into the realm of watch collecting. I got this as a gift for graduating high school from my grandfather, and I probably wore this watch every day for at least 3 years. I hate to admit it, but I went through a phase where I owned dozens of Invictas, and they were the Russian divers and the sub-aquas and just absolutely crazy size watches. Fortunately, that has passed now. I do no longer own them or wear them. But before that, all I would wear was this watch, and it's such a great watch. It's a chronograph. Yeah, it's quartz, but it's so practical, and it's so important to me and meaningful because I got it from my grandfather. Just really kind of got me into watches. The dial here is actually a really cool blue. It's hard to see in this light, and natural lighting it's amazing. But just, I mean, it's just a classic and timeless watch. It really is. Moving on. This is actually a recent acquire. So this was my watch that my grandfather wore when he first started his business. The same person who got me this watch got me the Omega. Gave me the Omega. This was his. So yes, it's quartz, 14 karat gold. I want to say it's from the 1970s. A real nice black strap, gold buckle there. I really don't wear this watch. When I got it from him a few months ago. I wore it a couple days just kind of in honor of him, but really this is just something that's going to be put away in a safe and possibly passed on to my children, or just when I want to think about him, I'll definitely put it on. So it's a cool watch. It's just too small for today's standards in my opinion. Moving on. My TAG Heuer Carrera Twin Time GMT watch. This watch is very meaningful. I bought it when I first started my new profession and corporate sales. This was kind of like my little treat that I bought myself, and haven't looked back. I absolutely love it. The dial on here, this polar white, is just absolutely beautiful. The 24-hour hand is in the blue right there, and then it has 24-hour markers on the outside ring. Date window like you need, and it's 39mm, very classic size for suits. I wear dress clothes to work every single day, so this is a absolutely perfect watch. The strap is like this dark reddish brown, so it kind of blends in with everything, and the deployment buckle there is just absolutely excellent. So definitely a great watch there. Moving on to the watch box. Nothing too crazy in it, guys, I promise, but here we go. Okay, let's go. Why don't we do this in chronological order? Okay, so my first luxury watch was this TAG Heuer Accuracer Grande Date. Bought this when I got a raise in a sales role at a different position in a different job. I want to reward myself. This is what truly got me into Swiss watches. I bought this after the Invictas. This is probably my largest watch. It's 43mm, but does not feel that way. It probably wears like a 42, 41 to be honest. But still to this day, one of my favorite watches. I wear this all the time. Awesome chronograph. Dial has this really cool black line in it that you can see right there. Date function, the 3 sub-dials there. Just an excellent watch for anything. You know, I wear this in a suit sometimes, but this is more like a weekend watch and just every day. Great watch. But yeah, so I bought this to reward myself, and ever since then I got into Tag and Omega and even Rolex. So moving on. The next watch I went on to buy is this Omega Speedmaster. This is the reduced model, and I actually love it because it's an automatic. Now, I do have that hand-wound Hamilton. The nice thing is that movement's a lot cheaper than an Omega to fix, so I'm not really concerned there. I will say I am looking at a more expensive manual wind watch. You guys probably heard of it, the Jiggler Culture 976. So, you know, nothing against expensive hand-wound watches and movements, but, you know, the size of this watch and the fact that it's an automatic is just so much more convenient for me. It was on a bracelet. I hated the buckle on it, to be honest, so I threw on this kind of like rally strap leather racing strap here with dual tangs there. And, you know, I love this watch. I wear this every Tuesday in honor of Speedy Tuesday, but then I wear it several other times during the week too when I feel like it. It's a 38 millimeters, so a little bit smaller, but again, perfect for suits. You know, works as a dress watch. Yeah, it's a chronograph, but still works as a dress watch, and just so classic with just the no date window there, just you know, plain time. So awesome watch. Definitely recommend it. And honestly, for the price, you can't beat it for Omega. So awesome. Moving on. I actually made the jump from this Omega to my first Rolex. I told myself I would acquire a Rolex Datejust by 25, and I just did that. I purchased this last year from a lawyer, which is actually one of the professions I wanted to be. When I was in college, I studied to go into law. I took the LSAT and actually got into a few law schools, but had a job offer that I couldn't turn down, so I actually pursued a different role. However, all right, moving on from the Omega Speedmaster. Sorry, my camera died there for a second. Moved into the Rolex Datejust. So this watch right here is super meaningful for me. I told myself I would buy a Rolex by 25, and I just did that. Last year, I bought this from a lawyer, which was my initial profession I was going to go into after graduating college. I did take the LSAT. I was in mock trial. I even got into law school, but I got a job offer that I couldn't refuse and went down a different path. And no regrets, to be honest. But it's really nice to know that, you know, I was able to afford this watch, especially from the profession that I was looking to accomplish. So this is a vintage piece, 1968. It is a 1603 reference, but the 1968 is very important to me. It's the year my father was born, so I'll always keep this watch and just kind of have a memory of him as well. And another great watch for a suit, 36 millimeters, 20 millimeter bracelet, just a perfect watch. My one complaint is there is not a quick set date on here. I have to move the hands twice to change the date on here. Simple fix, put on a watch winder, and I have no issues. So, moving on from there. Excuse my dog. Moving on from there, I bought a Tag Heuer. It took me over a year to find. Tag Heuer Aquaracer GMT. This is a limited edition watch that was only in the boutiques. I've been searching for this watch for so long, honestly. The ceramic bezel there, the blue GMT hand. It's got that Batman vibe to it. And guys, the best superhero out there is Batman for sure. Wanted to be Batman since I was a kid. And didn't want to spend the money on the BLNR Rolex, to be honest. So this kind of does the perfect trick. In my opinion, it's kind of like a Rolex and an Omega Seamaster merged together. You have your helium escape valve to your 10 o'clock spot there. You have your GMT hand in blue. You have your black ceramic bezel. You have the date window. This has that really cool Tag Heuer line dial with the black there that you can see. 500 meters, so it goes even further than my other tag. and just a great bracelet on it too. One of the most comfortable watches I have ever worn, and also pretty rare. I don't see anybody review this watch, and I never see anyone wear this, to be honest. But I saw a review on this online about last year, and I had to have it. So after some research and tracking down a boutique, I was able to lock one down in Houston. Shout out to Jonathan there at the Tag Heuer Outlet Store. Was able to track it down, brand new in box with papers. Had it sent to my work immediately, and I wear this watch all the time. So thank you. Moving on, the Omega Seamaster Professional, the James Bond watch. This was another watch that I had to get. This was one of my grails. Well, not necessarily a grail, but had to get this watch. Right now it's on a NATO strap because it's the summertime. I have the James Bond style bracelet, which is awesome to look at, but to be honest, it's not the most comfortable bracelet for me. It doesn't have micro adjustments. It's a little bit tight sometimes, or it's a little too loose, but it doesn't take away from how awesome this watch is. It has the wave dial, which I'm going to try to get on the camera here for you guys. The skeleton hands, that red tip second hand, the helium escape valve, and a 41mm case. It's just absolutely awesome. This watch, you're not going to believe it, guys, but I traded for a Tag Heuer Aquaracer that I don't have anymore, plus cash for an unbelievable deal. The gentleman I got it from got this as a gift. Wasn't really crazy about Omega for whatever reason. I just happened to look out, and one of my favorite watches I finally got this year, so love this watch. Probably my go-to swim watch too, to be honest, or at least right now it is. And last but certainly not least, my recent pickup, which is one of my favorite watches of all time, the Rolex Submariner Date. This is the reference 16610. This is a 1995 model, so a little bit older, but just such a great watch. 40 millimeters. It's a little beat up, to be honest. There's some scratches there on the bezel, but it's a Submariner, guys. It's supposed to be beat up. It's such an awesome watch. Flip lock clasp. Just so timeless. Just the most popular Rolex there is. I just love it. Such a great watch. Picked this up from a pilot, which was another profession that I wanted to do when I was a kid. Ever since I was little, I told myself I wanted to fly. I was fortunate enough to fly a jet when I was 16, but never pursued the actual career. So bought this from a pilot actually about 2 months ago for an absolutely unbelievable cash offer. Looks like he was just trying to get rid of it to buy some newer pieces. So I wasn't in the market for a watch, but an opportunity like that happened, and I could not let that one go. So I love this watch. I've probably worn it every day for the past month because I've just been so excited that I have it. But again, such a awesome watch. I'm hoping to get the Hulk after that to kind of, jump from a regular 40mm case to the nice Super Oyster size case. But such a great watch there. So here's my collection. Nothing crazy, guys. Again, I kind of just got into this hobby a couple years ago. I'm only 26, so as much as I'd love to, I can't be buying anything too crazy. I do have goals. I'm planning on buying a Rolex Explorer by the end of this year, and then hopefully a Hulk the following year. So I set goals and put money away, and I'm really reserved as far as how I spend my money. So I never finance. I never put it on the credit card and do payments. I always pay cash. I don't feel like I should be bound to it financially, so I don't want to put anything in risk. So I go as I choose, and I go kind of slow, but I know exactly what I'm looking for. Like I said, I'm looking at Reverso too, so I have some big plans, so hopefully the collection will grow. But for now, I'm very satisfied. So here's a group shot one more time. Any questions on any of these models? If you want me to go into more specs and even a review for these, let me know. Again, like I said, this one for sure, I have not seen any reviews on YouTube. So if you guys are interested, let me know. Any comments, any feedback, any tips, leave it below. Thanks.